kids, it's Miss Anna
and Pastor Jennifer.
It's so good to be here for another week of Living Word Kids.
It is. We have been so glad to be able to have this opportunity to be in your house once a week, every week.
Yes, and so we are so excited to be here for another week learning about faith. You know, just to kind of review a little bit, we've been learning about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Right.
No matter what came against them, even walking themselves down to the fiery furnace, they still kept focused.
Right.
Kept their faith glasses on.
Yeah. Then last week, you taught on Peter walking on water.
Right.
Actually having enough faith to get out of the boat and be on water. Have you ever been in the bathtub and tried to walk on water?
I have tried, but failed. All right. But we know that, Peter took his, probably his glasses started to slide down and he could see different
the waves,
the storm, different things. But thank goodness, Jesus just pushed those glasses back on him and
helped him get back in the boat.
Helped
him get to safety.
Right.
But this week we're going to talk about another person of faith, and that's found in Daniel 6.
Right. Daniel 6, and it's the story of Daniel in the lion's den.
The lion's den.
One of the things we brought up last week was talking about worry, doubt, and fear. And so, in all of these stories, they all had a moment where they could be fearful, get worried, doubt.
Yeah.
But none of them did. I mean, that's the thing, is even with Peter, he got out of the boat.
Right.
And that took major faith.
Yeah.
And so with Daniel, we've got this guy, and again, it's in Daniel 6. We're just going to kind of give you an overview of the story today.
But this time, instead of King Nebuchadnezzar, which you found was really mad when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego didn't follow the decree.
Right.
This time, the king loved Daniel.
Yes.
He had put him in a place of authority.
Right.
And he had some other guys underneath him too, but he really loved Daniel.
Right.
And he really loved that Daniel was kind and he was good at his job and he had a good reputation.
Yeah.
But these other guys were jealous.
Yeah, they did not really like Daniel because they realized that the king liked Daniel way more than they liked him.
The king favored him.
Right. And so these guys actually tricked the king.
Right. They came up with this big plan to trick the king, and so they really came up, they were like, what can we do? And they realized that Daniel worshiped God morning, noon, and night. So they came up with a plan that anybody who worshiped anybody else other than the king or prayed to anybody other than the king was going to get thrown into the fiery furnace? No,
into the lion's den
of the lions.
And so these guys drew up all the papers. They walked in with the pen and the paper. They strolled into the king's office and they were like, here, king, you know what? We just want everybody to worship you because you're almighty.
You're great.
Yeah.
You're wonderful.
And so we want them to worship you.
Yeah.
And
sign
so sign here. Sign it. And so, you know what? The king just signed it because he's like, you know what? Maybe it would be nice to have some people worship me.
Yes.
But, Daniel had heard about this decree. And so he went home because he wanted God's help. So he went home to pray like he normally would.
And he didn't make a different decision.
Right.
He still prayed morning, noon, and night that day, even though he knew about the decree.
Yeah.
And guess what? He wasn't hiding in the corner.
No, he wasn't.
I really want to pray, but I'm not sure if they're going to see me pray.
Yeah. He
but
literally had his windows wide open.
Curtains open, blinds open.
He didn't care.
Window up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
Right.
I mean, he was straight up if you're going to find me, you go find me. I'm not hiding what I do.
So these guys who were jealous came around Daniel's house because they figured that Daniel was going to do the same thing.
They had him under a microscope. I mean, they had him set up from the beginning.
Yeah, so they were like, let's go see if Daniel is
Major
fallen into
tattletales,
right? Tattletales. A lot of kids can be tattletales sometimes, and sometimes they can go to their mom and they can be like, oh, Mom, my brother just touched me.
Yeah,
my sister just breathed on me.
Yeah.
And so that's what these guys were doing. So as soon as they found out
right.
that Daniel broke the decree,
right.
they came running
Right. Oh, yeah.
Back
they were
to
like
the king.
hauling it to the king. And they didn't even let him know at first who it was. They were just like, look, king, like you signed this thing into law. It, everybody in the land has to follow it. And then they were like, and guess what? It's Daniel.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, the heart of the king sank when he heard that it was Daniel, because he loved Daniel.
Yeah.
And so he went all day long trying to figure out how to change this decree. But guess what? There was no way to change it, because they came back and said anything that the king has signed cannot be changed.
Cannot.
So the king had to honor his word and honor his signature.
Exactly.
And he had to go he had to have Daniel arrested and brought to the den of lions.
Yes, and so that he was brought to the den of the lions, and right before they put Daniel in the lion's den, the king talked with Daniel, and he was like, Daniel, you know what, look, I feel like you could tell the king didn't want to do this, but he was like, I do believe that your God will be able to protect you and keep you safe. And so, then they put him in the lion's den.
And these were no zoo lions.
Right.
They didn't get fed multiple times a year.
Yeah.
Or multiple times a day.
Yeah.
But it says in some stories that the people who got thrown into the lion's den,
before Daniel,
the lions broke their bones and ate them all up before
they touched the bottom.
Reached the bottom of the den.
Yeah.
And so they were hungry. They were ready for some Daniel leg. Gnawing on that leg.
Yes, they were so, those lions probably were jumping up as the king and Daniel were talking to each other. But so they put Daniel in the lion's den. They covered it with a stone. They put the king's royal seal on it. And so basically that meant no matter what, nobody could come and move that. So even during the nighttime, if Daniel had a homie who wanted to come and save him, he couldn't come visit and mess with anything.
And so the king went home super disappointed, and he couldn't eat. He couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
He waited up all night hoping that Daniel was going to be okay. So as soon as it became daylight the next day, he goes running down to the lion's den of the lions. And he has them roll back the stone, and he's like, Daniel, are you okay?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he hears Daniel say,
Daniel answers?
Yes, he answered him, and he was like, oh my gosh, my God saved me. And he was like, King, it's okay, I'm okay.
Right.
Like they didn't even touch me.
Yes.
They literally, once they pulled Daniel up from the lion's den, they checked him, and he hadn't been touched, nothing.
No scratch.
Nothing.
No scratch. So Daniel had put up his shield of faith, because he prayed to God morning, noon, and night. He kept his habits the same, and he built his faith, which is what we've been talking about. Yeah. So the shield of faith, which God gives you when you use it, it blocks the fiery darts of the enemy.
Woo! So it blocks them. And so no matter the lion's den, Whoa! No matter the fiery furnace.
Right?
And no matter...
She's always wanted to do this to me before.
No matter the storm.
No matter what you go through.
It will protect you.
Right? And so remember to always hold up your shield of faith.
Yes.
Don't leave home without it.
Don't.
And remember that as you read God's word and as you pray to him, and it's not about like a religion or just going to church, but it's really about having a relationship with Jesus.
Yeah.
God and Jesus want to get to know you personally. They created you, and so they desire you to talk to him daily. So because Daniel did this, his shield of faith got bigger and bigger. It wasn't wimpy like this one.
No,
but it was a big shield of faith, and it quenched the darts. It blocked the darts of the enemy. And so that's what we're trying to teach you this week about faith, is that your faith is strong, and it can block those things that the devil tries to bring you.
Right. And so the reason we've taught you about the shield of faith and the faith glasses is because we want you every day to put them on before you ever leave your house, even once you wake up.
Yeah. And they're powerful.
They're powerful. And so make sure you put them on no matter what. They will protect you and keep you safe, and you will be able to stand up against whatever comes against you.
Right. Fire, lions,
water. Yeah, no matter what, you will stay protected if you put these things on. Guys, make sure to join us again next week. We can't wait to see you.
We're so excited.
Yes, so we will see ya later.
Next week. Bye.